What up? It's Chris from LazyLemming.com, and I'm back. I know it looks like you just seen a ghost. You haven't seen me for a while, and I apologize for that. I've been busy. Life's been stressful, but big changes are happening. One of the reasons I've been slower to put out videos is because I've been spending a lot of time on the road. I've been spending a lot of time getting to and from a full-time job. And, I want to make videos. I want you to see videos, and I want to be up to date in your life and talking about gaming and movies and news and whatever. And that's tough. But the good news is that I'm moving. I'm moving closer to my job. So I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands for you, baby. So look out for that. Look out for more videos. I'm going to be moving in about 3 weeks, I think. Ooh, close. About 3 or 4 weeks. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent for you. Anyway, I digress. It's not what you care about. You care about video games and movies and, well, I hope you care about those other things because I'm going to be talking about other things as well on this channel more often. Like, Deadpool, the movie with Ryan not Gosling. That movie's rated R. It's official. If you haven't figured it out already with all the red band trailers of cursing and nudity and whatnot and blood. But, it's rated R. And that's a good thing because superhero movies are not rated R anymore these days. I think the last big one was Watchmen. And when it didn't perform up to expectations, I think it was Warner Brothers who published that. They said, no more R-rated superhero movies. We're done. So it's a really good move that Fox is allowing a Deadpool movie to be rated R. Because maybe we'll get more rated R movies. Maybe even Warner Brothers will let a rated R Batman movie happen. That'd be nice. Anyway, let's talk about some games. The Nintendo NX. The Nintendo NX. It's a thing. It's happening this year. A lot of people are like, it's a console. It's a handheld. And a lot of people say it's both. It probably is both in a way, but I don't think it's a console that you take with you. I don't think it's that. I think it's, as of now, in my head, I believe it's a console that has a handheld counterpart that you can combine in some way and also play the same games. Now, I said it's coming out this year, and it is. Because Nintendo has nowhere else to go with the Wii U. I love my Wii U. It's got a lot of great games on it. A lot of great games. But if you look at what's coming out this year that's been announced so far, you've got Zelda and Star Fox. There's not much else. You can't count any third-party games unless it's maybe a Lego game or something, or a Disney Infinity game, or an Activision toy-to-life game. It's not that. There's nothing else happening. Nintendo is done. If you look at what they announced at E3 this year, it was filler. It was fluff. I mean, you got some arcade ports like Pokken or Pokken. It's the Pokemon fighting Tekken game. And you had... I guess that one's coming out this year. That one hasn't actually come out yet. But, yeah, E3 was a joke. It was a joke. You had the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which was just a big F-U to everybody, intelligence, common sense. And it bombed, by the way. It's now, I believe, half off on Amazon. And it was a free-to-play game, I'm pretty sure, in Japan. But no, in America, it's a $60 game with Amiibos in it. I could make a whole set of series about what I think of Amiibos right now, but I won't right now. I won't. But speaking of Amiibos are going to be a big part of the NX. I'm not too excited about that, but it's definitely going to be the case because Amiibos make money. They make a lot of money. And when a video game company, finds a way to make a bunch of money, they don't turn their backs on it. That's why when people thought Microsoft was going to get rid of the Xbox Live fee in the early part of last generation, they didn't. They raised the price by $10 because Xbox Live makes a shitload of money. That's why Sony decided to make PlayStation Plus mandatory to play online. And guess what? Since it's mandatory, more people have PlayStation Plus. So it makes Sony a shitload of money. And God help us if Nintendo ever does the same thing with their online, they're not going back either. It's your fault. It's your fault if you pay for online in the first place, and it's your fault if you are buying amiibos. And I mean, so a lot of people are buying amiibos, so obviously a lot of people like them. But I think a lot of people that buy them don't even ever take them out of the box. So, like I said, I digress. But amiibos are going to be a big part of the NX. Anyway, the NX, which is definitely coming out this year, is going to... I don't know. I can't really predict exactly what the thing is. Just by going off of some patents that Nintendo has submitted, there's some things that we know about it, such as it's going to possibly use a lot of cloud power. Now, I think when the Xbone, the Xbox One, was first revealed and they started playing up the cloud, Nintendo, their interest was piqued. And so they started looking into that. Now, the Xbox One has not delivered to that hype. Crackdown 3 is supposed to make use of cloud computational power heavily, but outside of that, not a lot of amazing experiences have happened because of the cloud. And if you don't know what the cloud is, because, it's a buzzword, it's servers, hard drives, computers in other parts of the world. And it's not this big deal. But what the NX supposedly, from what I can understand, is doing is making use of different NXs, your console, your friend's console, console over there, console over here, and your console's just always online. And so it's powering it's becoming a cloud. It's becoming a cloud. But instead of Nintendo ponying up for thousands and thousands of servers, you're buying that server. You're buying and hosting the server with your NX console. So there's also been talk about maybe Nintendo paying you, possibly in some sort of eShop credit for allowing your system to power other people's systems, even when you're not playing it while it's in sleep mode or something. It's all speculative. So don't get mad at me if this is not what comes to be. But the other thing that really caught my interest in a not so good way was this controller patent that came out. Now, there's been talk for several months now that Nintendo has ordered a lot of different shaped screens from Samsung, I believe. And by different shape, I mean not rectangle. And if this patent reveals a controller that has the screen imposed, it's like an oval screen, at least in the patent. Patents are kind of general. But it's an oval screen with 2 joysticks on it and shoulder buttons on the top. No face buttons. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Because if any company should understand the importance of buttons, face buttons, I would think that's Nintendo. Now, the idea, from what I believe, is that the face buttons change based on the game you're playing, so developers can make their own face buttons. However, it's still a touch screen. You're not pushing any actual tactile buttons. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. And I think there's going to be a huge negative reception from the people that buy consoles. Now, it could be very popular with this younger generation that was raised on touch screens, but my God, I thought Nintendo really valued the importance of buttons. And I know it sounds kind of weird to be harping and loving towards buttons, but I think for a satisfying gameplay experience, especially if you want to do something quick and any kind of twitch racer or just any kind of movement that could be messed up by accidentally touching a touch screen button, does not qualify your console to be taken seriously. Now, this is just a patent, nothing's official, obviously. But one of the things I did like that's been rumored and patented is the new shoulder buttons for this NX controller. It's a shoulder button that scrolls. It's like a scroll wheel on your mouse. I don't know if you can see this. It's a mouse with a scroll wheel. But, it's a scrolling shoulder button, and that has so many possible implications. You could use it for like a weapons wheel, just changing weapons really quickly. You can use it to pinch and zoom, whatever. But that's something that's just like so smart. Why hasn't it been done yet? So that would be great. Do that, and you can also click it, of course. But do that, Nintendo, and give us some analog triggers and some face buttons. You came up with analog triggers, Nintendo, and you got rid of them. And now Sony and Microsoft use them, and you don't, for no reason. No reason. So do that. I'll be happy. But, yeah, this is kind of what we know so far. The system is definitely coming out this year because, again, Wii U's got nowhere to go. No games, for the most part. And Nintendo's been switching gears for a while now. They saw the writing on the wall. So, it could be good. It could be really good. Now, a Japanese investor company, some kind of Japanese company, is speculating that the NX will be revealed sometime between March and May, and then have its official reveal in June, aka E3. So, of course, we'll know more then. By E3, for sure, we'll have every detail except the launch date, the price, and a lot of other details because Nintendo likes to keep those things secret to the last minute. But let me know your thoughts on the NX. What do you think? Do you think that it's going to be big? What do you think about the possibility of a controller without any face buttons? No ABXY, no start, select, etc. Let me know. Comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to make more videos. I'll see you next time.